you'll be able to show existing, demolished, and proposed elements by the end of this video, in 2D as well as in 3D. We'll also cover techniques and tools that I use for real-world jobs to get plans finished clearly and efficiently. So there are 3 states that an element can be in: existing, demolished, and proposed. So if we take this existing wall here, just by pressing this button, you'll notice that it's now demolished. We're doing this by using the Renovation tool. Now, the Renovation tool doesn't typically show up in a lot of the default ArchiCAD interfaces, but it's really easy to find. We just need to go up to Window, we'll go to Palettes, and then we'll scroll on down till we get to Renovation just here. We'll click on it, and this will bring up the Renovation tool, which will now allow you to switch things between those 3 different phases of existing all the way to proposed. Now, to get it so that we can change an existing wall like this to override it so that it's got this kind of fill here, we only need to set this up once. But to set it up, we just go into the Renovation filter and we go Renovation filter options. Inside of here, we've got settings that we'll use to show and override the different elements on our plans. Now, if we go to the demolition, this is where things start to get interesting. We're still showing the existing elements, but now we want the demolished elements to be overridden so that they show up with a distinct color difference. If we go to graphic override rules, it might look a little bit daunting, but it'll all make sense in just a second. We'll just ignore all of this here, and we'll only be looking at these 3 up the top just here. Right now, specifically just the demolished section. So in here, we can choose what line type as well as the different colors that the demolished elements show up as. So for example, if we just change this to a green for the line type and a green for the fill, if we then go OK, we'll notice that in this preview just here, all our demolished elements are going to be showing up as green. So when we click OK, it's going to change how these walls show up on our plans. If we go back into our settings, we'll go ahead and we'll change this back to our red, and then we'll go OK. Typically, this is the most critical one to set up because it's going to be the most distinctly different. From here, when we go to new construction, we're going to be showing existing elements, we're going to be hiding the demolished elements, and we're just going to be showing the new elements. We're not going to be overriding them for new construction. So now that we know what we're showing, we're hiding, and what we're overriding, all we need to do now, if we click OK, is make sure that these settings are applied to our plans as well. So let's say we've got an existing floor plan. If we want to create a demolition floor plan, we could duplicate this existing one. If we click and then hold in Control, we'll see a little plus icon next to our cursor. And if we release our mouse button, we'll notice that we've created a duplicate of that view. We'll go ahead and relabel this one. We'll call this Demo Plan, just for this example, and we'll go OK. From here, if we right click and then go to View Settings, you'll notice just here, we've got Renovation Filter. So we can change this to Demolition. And now if we click OK and we double click on our demo plan, it will override those walls that have been assigned as demolished. Now we do the exact same thing to create a new one. So we'll just duplicate this plan. We'll rename it Proposed, and then we'll click OK. If we double click it, we'll notice that nothing happens because we haven't set it yet. So we'll go to View Settings and we'll change this one to New Construction. We'll go OK. And now only our proposed and our existing elements will show up on the plans. For alterations and additions, we typically show existing and proposed walls like this to clearly show what the wall type is. So let's grab these 2 walls just here. We'll copy and we'll paste just into here. We'll drag this one up. Now, the way that we'd show this, we'd typically put the existing on the existing renovation filter and then the proposed on the proposed. And then let's say a portion of that wall is being demolished, then we'd put that onto the demolition. So on the new construction, it's going to look like this. And on the existing, it would look like this. And the demolition, like this. So that we don't have to build these up from scratch every time, I highly recommend setting up or using a template. My template, along with everything that you see here, is now available, which I'll link to down below. Now, for something like a proposed site plan, we typically have a show all filter. So if we go in, go to the renovation filter, this means that we're showing existing, overriding demolished, and we are showing proposed as well. So this means that if we're going to say demolish a tree, just with one click, we can now show this on the proposed site plan. And if we go back to say the survey, they're all still going to show up here as well. Now this site plan is from the example file that's included with the fundamentals template, which we can copy and paste from, helping save a bunch of time on every single project. The link will be down in the description, so don't forget to check it out. So when it comes to our 3D, it's essentially the same thing. So when we change the filter, it's going to change how things show. Now the main difference for the 3D, if we go into our renovation filter options and then we go to graphic override rules, if we want the materials to show up red, like we've got just here, We just need to make sure that the surface is turned on to override as well, just by checking this box and then overriding uncut and cut surfaces as well. We're going to get this override in the 3D. I'm using a translucent red just here. If we go to surfaces and we go to red, this is just a material that we have the transmittance at 51%. If we put this higher, it means it'll be more transparent. So I found that 51 is the sweet spot for this kind of visual. And the same thing applies if we want to go into, say, plan status and override the materials as well. So if we go into our renovation filter options, in plan status, we've got new elements as override. If we go to the graphic override rules, we go to new elements, we've just got this as textile too, with it turned on and over the uncut and cut surfaces. Now the handy thing is we can just have the new construction show just as normal. So we've just got this as show, we've got the demolished as hidden, and we've got the existing as show as well. All of this becomes much more intuitive once you actually start using the renovation tool. Now, for a concept, a simple legend like this can work, but as we're going into more detail, we typically show it more like this, with relevant walls that are actually being used inside of the project. Now that you know the tricks that we use for alterations and additions, you'll be ready to take on this video just over here, where we create electrical plans and schedules from scratch. So go on and check it out.